Hello student, welcome back to our computer class. Now we are going to learn about the chapter number 8, HTML creating web page part 2. So in this class we are going to learn more about the HTML creating web page. Before we will go further, we will revise what we have learned in previous class. In previous class we have seen creating a web pages and save that. Okay. Then we also learn about some basic HTML tag. Then we also learn about the displaying web page in a web browser. Okay, so all these things we have learned. Then we have also learned about the modifying a paragraph. Okay, that we have learned modifying a paragraph text. And then we also learn about the breaking lines. Okay, BR tag is we use for breaking lines. Then we also learn how to add a comment to our coding. Okay, if you want to add a comment, what we have to write. Okay, then we also learn about the horizontal rules. Okay, we also increase the thickness of that horizontal rules by using a tag HR. All this we have learned. Then we also see inserting a marquee that it will scroll on our web page like a headline or breaking news. Then we also see a pre-formatting of a text element like by using the pre tag. Okay, to give a specific width to our text, a fixed width to our text. Then we also learn about the heading tags. There are 6 heading tags from H1 to H6 we have seen. Then if we want to give any heading tag in a center, we also see the center tag. After heading we write a center tag so that our heading will come in a center. So all these things we have learned in previous class. Now we are going to learn more tags in this chapter. So we are going to start now. Formatting text. To format any text, says formatting text is used. So this formatting text falls in 2 categories, that is logical style and physical style. So in logical style allows browser to interpret tag based on browser, like H1 heading shows be a larger than text. Okay, to show the larger than text, this logical style is used. And physical style, that change the font like bold, italic, underline font. Okay, if you want to give any text, you have to make it bold, you have to write it in italic or and if you want to give underline that text, okay, for this physical style is used. Now see here, bold, italic and underline text. Okay, for bold you have to write a B tag. Okay, in angular bracket you have to write B, and this bold text is also bold tag is having both container tags. Okay, then italic you have to write a I, capital I for italic. Then underline you have to use the underline text. You have to write, okay, U in angular bracket you have to write a U. These all are the bold, italic and underline tag is having it's a container tag having both opening and closing tags. So got it? Formatting tag? Yes. Okay. Now we are going to see the formatting a text, that it will make it bold, italic or underline. We are going to change the appearance of the text by making it bold, italic or underline. That is used to make our web pages more visually appealing. Okay, so first you can see I have written it in a plain text. Okay, now the next I am doing a bold. I am making it the same text in bold. So that for that I have given in tag I have written a B. Okay, then you can see here for italic I have written in a tag, that is a I. In a tag I have written tag and close it with /I. Okay, for italic. Now for underline you can see here, okay, you can see here underline I use in tag U. Okay, for underline, and close it with /U, /U. Okay, to close that tag. So in this way we are going to see what will be the result will appear for formatting text. Okay, after save, now we can see what will happen. Now you can see here PM publisher is appear in plain. Normally we have not put any text formatting. Okay, then bold text is becoming bold. Okay, then italic text is becoming little bit italic, it come in italic, and underlined text will be appear in the PM publisher, that will get underlined. Okay, like this we can format our text by using bold, italic and underline. Got it now? Yes. Okay. Now the next is strike, subscript, superscript and typewriter style text. So these are some style text, so you can give this style to your text. So when you write a strike, okay, what strike tag, so what is a strike tag? It is a horizontal line striking through the text. Okay, when you write any text in a strike, okay, a line will occur, a horizontal line will occur on that text. Then a superscript, so for superscript you have to write a in tag sub. Okay, so you have to write a sub. So in superscript, for superscript, that it display a superscript through the text. Okay, so it is a below the normal, it is a below the normal text, it is slightly below the normal text. So here you can see, here it is written H, after that sub, in tag sub 2 is written between sub tag. Okay, and then O is written, means it will appear as a H2O. So 2 is as smaller font, in smaller font as compared to the H and O, and it will display, yes, it will display on a downside. Okay, below the normal using a small font. Okay, then you can see a superscript. So superscript means like we have a power 2, okay, x raised to power 2, like this. Okay, so here you can see O is written, after that sub is written. Sub means for superscript, sub tag is written, in between sub tag 2 is written, so it will become a O raised to power 2, O raised to power 2. Then you have see the TT means typewriter text. So this TT tag is used to specify that the text should be rendering in fixed width. Okay, typewriter text means it will be the text will be should be in a fixed width. For this purpose, this typewriter is used. Okay, so all of you got what is strike, what is subscript, what is superscript, and what is a typewriter style. Yes. Okay, so to add a style to your text and to make your page visually appealing, so we are using here strike, subscript, superscript and typewriter style to your text, to our text. Okay, we already learn about what is strike, subscript, superscript and typewriter text. Okay, now we are see in coding. Okay, so see here, first I have written a plain text. Okay, then you can see here I have written in a tag a strike. Okay, in a strike tag, in between strike tag I have written some text. Okay, strike tag is also having both opening and closing tag. Okay, then see here we have seen a subscript. Okay, for subscript you don't have to write the full. Okay, what you have to write, only you have to write the sub. Okay, and where we have given it after H, where you have, which one you want to a subscript. Subscript, you know now what is meant by subscript. Subscript, that is in front of the text you want to appear in subscript. Okay, like H2O. Okay, it's called a subscript. Now see here, that is we write or before 2 and after 2 we have written a subscript tag. Then see, we have written a superscript tag. Okay, to give a we can say a subscript is a font front of the text you want to appear in a subscript. Okay, so subscript we can say power 2, like this. Okay, so here we are given to O square. So before 2 here again we have written a sub. We have written a sub. See here we have written here a sub. See, sub. After O we have written a sub, and after 2 we have written a sub. Okay, then we have written a for a title text TT. We have written in a tag TT, okay, and both have a opening and closing tags. Now we are going to save this. After saving, what will happen we will see. Now see this, okay, that plain text will appear in plain strike text, where what will appear, that horizontal line is appear, and subscript, you can see here subscript. What happened to subscript, that the small font is appear as compared to the rest of the text to which we have given, okay, that is 2, okay. Before 2, after H we have written a subtag, and after 2 we have closed that subtag, okay. Then superscript, we have seen that script display a superscript using a smaller font, okay, as compared to the rest. So here you can see we have given a super, okay, like we write in maths root, right? For giving that root type, here subscript can be used, okay. And typewriter text, okay, typewriter's text we have, right? So how it will appear? Yes, text as rendering in a fixed width, we give it a fixed width to the typewriter font, okay. Got it, all this thing? Yes. What is plain text, strike text, subscript type, okay, superscript type, and then typewriter text, okay. Got it, okay. Next is changing the alignment of heading. So if you want your heading in the center, left or right, you can change by giving a alignment. So here you have to write this alignment in H tag. H tag means where you write in a tag, angular bracket, you write H. After H you have to give the alignment is equal to left, center or right, okay. Then your align, if as per you give the alignment, so your headline will occur in center or in left or in right. So with the help of this alignment you can change the position where you want to give your heading, whether it is left, right or center. Now changing the paragraph alignment, the same way we have done to the heading, the same way we are going to do with the paragraph. If you want to give your paragraph left side, show your paragraph to left side, right side or center, for that you have to write in a tag P, okay. In a tag P you have to give the alignment is equal to center, okay. You can give center, left or right, so that when you save that and when you open your web page, that your paragraph will occur in maybe in center, left, right, left or right, as per you choose the alignment. Yes, got it, how to change the alignment in headings and how to change the paragraph alignment. Yes, okay. Now we are going to see a changing the alignment of heading to control the horizontal positioning or alignment of our heading by using this align attribute, okay. So we are going to see that our text will, yes, see here H1 in the heading we have given, okay, align left means this text will be display on left side, okay. Then you see here align 2 we have given as a center, so this text will, this PM publisher will appear on the center. Then third align we have given a right one, okay, so this PM publisher will appear on the right side, okay. Now we are going to see how will it appear on our web page. Now you can see here how it is appear. See here first level that it is showing that PM publisher, that it is appear on the left side. Then see here level 2 central, that it will appear on the center side, okay. Then you can see here the third level it is showing, and where it is been, see here, can you able to see? Yes, here it will be display on the, it will display on the right side, okay. So like this it will display. Got it? Now we can change the alignment by using this left, center and right align attribute, okay. Got it? Now we are going to see the changing the paragraph alignment. So you can change the alignment by giving center, left, right, or justifies. So I have given this paragraph for center. So what we have given this paragraph, upper paragraph for alignment center. Now we will see what will happen after saving it. See, after saving this, what will happen, that this paragraph, the first paragraph will appear in the center only. Okay, it will appear in the center only. Okay, got it. And now see downward the next paragraph, that it will appear normally, while the upper paragraph, those we have appear given alignment center, it will appear in the center only. Got it, the difference? That if we give the alignment, what will happen, center alignment, the paragraph will appear in the center. Okay. Now changing a font of text. So by using a font tag, along with the face attributes, you can change the font of any text. What is meant by font? You can change, you can write it any type, like Arial, Times New Roman, etc. Or in this font you can change your text. Okay, for that you have to write, for example in paragraph you have to, after writing a P tag, okay, tag P, then you have to write again a font tag. In font tag you have to give a face attribute, that face is equal to Comic Sans MS. Okay, then which attribute you want, that is here it is showing Arial. Okay, or you can write any other. Okay, that like Times New Roman, Arial. Okay, this you can change, and then close the font tag and close the paragraph tag. So that part of your paragraph, that paragraph will be changed into Arial. Okay, in Arial font it will get changed. So to change the text, we are using font tag with the face attribute. Got it? Yes. Okay. Now we are going to see the changing font of a text. So here on the first paragraph we are going to change a font. Okay, we are going to change for a paragraph 1. Okay, we have given a font. Which font we have given? A Arial. Okay, Arial font we have given. You can give any type of, okay, New Times Roman or other fonts also you can give. Okay, see here we have given a Arial font to a first paragraph. Okay, and other it is a normal. So after saving, what will it appear? We will see that it will change the font. Okay, that it will change the font. See, can you see this? The first paragraph it's come in Arial font. Okay, while the other it will come in a normal font. Okay, we have not given here the font, any font, but upper paragraph we have given a Arial font, so it will come in a different, in Arial font. Okay, got it? This you can, using this font you can change the font of your text. Okay, got it? Okay. The next is changing the size of text. With the help of size attribute you can change the size of any text. So change the size of text using size attribute. Font size 1 creates smallest text, font size 7 create a largest text. So there are a size attribute is from 1 to 7, size 1 to size 7. So size 1 is creating a small text, while size 7 creates the largest text. Okay, so here you can see in the font tag, you have to write the size is equal to 1, and you have to, which text you want to, you have to change the font of that text. You have to write it before that text font, tag font, and then you have to, in the tag font you have to write the size. Okay, and after that text is over, then you have to close that font. So font size 1 is the smallest one, while font size 7 is the largest one. Okay, got it? We are going to see this in a practical, how it will look. Now we are going to change the size of a text. So that for that we have seen right in font size we have given font size 1. Okay, so we have given a size 1. Okay, then here size 2. So how much we have increased this size? Till 7 we have increased it. Till 7 we have increased it. Okay, you can see here till 7 we have increases the size. So size 1 means the smaller size, while size 7 is nothing but the largest size. Now after saving this, okay, after saving this, what we will get, we are going to see. After saving, okay, after save this, see this, like this it will appear. Font size 1 it's smaller, size 2 it little bit larger, 3 little bit larger than 2, 4 is larger than 3, 5. So the largest one is 7. Okay, so we can increase the size with the help of this. We can change the size of our text from 1 to 7. 1 was the smallest one, while 7 is the largest one. Got it? How to change the size of a text? Yes. Okay. Next is changing the color of text. So changing the color of the entire text of web page. Okay, if you want to change the entire color of your text on a web page, for that you have to write a body text is equal to whatever color you have to write it in body. Okay, and you have to close the body tag. So for changing the color of any text, you have to write in a body tag. Okay, you have to write in a body tag text is equal to, so whatever you write in a body tag, it will occur and it will display in that color only. Whether it is a text, number, whatever, it will display in that color only. For that you have to write in a body tag text equals to, here we have written a red, you can give any color, so your text will occur on a web page in that color only. Okay, got it? How to change the color of text? Yes. Okay, now we are going to see a changing the color of a text. For that we have to write in a body tag text equal to red color, so that anything we are going to write in body tag, that is a heading, okay, or a paragraph we are going to write, all this will occur in a red color. Okay, so for that we have to write in body tag text equals to red. Now after saving, what will appear we are going to see now. Okay, so see here that our computer, that is our heading we have written. Okay, so it will occur in a red color. Then a paragraph, okay, that 2 paragraph we have given there in body tag we have written, so it also occur in a red color. So like this we can change the color of the text. Got it? Yes. Okay, the next is changing the color of a part of a text. If you want to change the color of any part of your text, so color attribute you can use. So color attribute works with the font tag to change the text on page. Font color change with color name or a hexadecimal value. So color, you can write a name or you have to give the hexadecimal value. So here you can see in heading H1, which will come in center, in font which attribute we are using color. So color equals to hash double quote we have written hash FF0000. These are the hexadecimal value. FF0000, these are the hexadecimal value. So computer system will occur on a web page. Okay, it is a headline, it will come in center, and red color we will give this hash FF0 4 times 0 means we are going to give a red color to this computer system. Then we have to close the font tag, then close the center tag, and then close the heading tag. Okay, so our computer system will occur on our web page. It will display a computer system in a red color. Okay, so got it? How to change the color of any part of a text? Yes. Okay, now we are going to change the color of a part of a text. So here we are going to change the color of a heading. So here in the H1, okay, H1 is nothing but for heading, and that heading will occur will display on a web page in center. Okay, so in a font tag we have given a color attribute. Okay, color attribute, and in here we have given a hexadecimal value we have given to the color attribute, and in that we have written the computer system. Okay, then we close the font and close the center tag and close the heading tag. Now after saving, what will occur, what will display on a web page we are going to see. Now see this, after this, see our heading will occur in a red color. Okay, our heading will occur in a red color. Means we are changing the part of a text. We are going to change the color of a text, a part of a text. Okay, got it? Yes. The next is changing background color of the page. If you want to change the background color of your web page, okay, for that you have to add color to the background of the page using BG color attribute. By using BG color attribute, you can change the color of your web page. For that you have to write this BG color attribute in a body tag. Okay, so what will you do? You will write this in body tag BG color equals to yellow. You can write like this, yellow also, or you can write in hexadecimal. You can write the color name, or you can write in hexadecimal value also. Okay, and you have to close that tag. So with the help of this BG color, you can change the background color of your web page. Got it? How to change the background color of the page? Yes. Okay. Now we are going to change the background color of the page. Okay, we are going to change when we open a web page, so our web page color should be changed. Okay, so for that we are going to use a BG color. BG means that is a background color. Okay, it is an attribute. Okay, so we are going to use a BG color attribute. Okay, so in a body tag we are going to write this BG color, and I have given here written a which color? Yellow color. Okay, so that our page will occur in a yellow color. Okay, so now after saving what we will get, we will see. So after this, see our web page will occur in yellow color. Okay, and this red color, okay, this red color, it is we have changed the color of a part. Okay, so like this it will we can change the color. We can change the background color of a web page. Okay, got it? How it will be done? Yes. Okay. So in this class we have learned about the formatting a text by using a bold, italic and underline, how to bold, italic and underline the text. Then we have learned the strike, subscript, superscript and typewriter style text. This also we have learned. Then we have also learned about changing the alignment of a heading and changing the alignment of a paragraph. Then we also learn about changing the font of a text, and changing the size of a text. Then we also learn about changing the color of the text. Then we have learned about after changing the color of the text, we have learned the changing the color of a part of a text, how to change the color of any part of a text. Then we also learn about the changing the background color of the page, So all these things we have learned in this class. Now we are going to meet you in next class. Till then, take care. Thank you.